Hi friends, this is Gautam. In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about how to configure static VLAN. So in my previous video session, I explained basic concept of VLAN. So I hope all of us are aware about basic concept. So if you are not sure about the basics of VLAN, please refer my previous video tutorial. Okay, let's go ahead. So this is the example scenario. So here I'm using 2960 switch and 5 PCs are connected to the 2960 switch. So in 2960 switch, it supports VLAN range from 1 to 1005. So VLAN 1 is a default VLAN and 1002 to 1005 are reserved VLANs. So that are used for FTDI and token ring. So in switch like 3650 model switch, it will support the extended VLAN range. So the extended VLAN range is 1 to 4094. Okay. So here I am using 192.168.1.0/24 network, and PC1 I am assigning 1 IP and PC2 2, PC3 3 and PC4 4 and PC5 5. So normally in Cisco switch, all the VLANs all the ports are mapped to default VLAN 1. So now how many how many broadcast domains are here in 2960 switch by default? So there is only one broadcast domain because we are using only default VLAN only. So now I am trying to show you how the packet is flowing from if I am trying to ping from PC1 to PC5, how the packet flow is. Let's see. So just I am going to simulation mode and I filter only ARP and ICMP packet. Okay. So now PC1, they don't know about the MAC address of PC5. So what will happen once I am trying to ping from PC5, from PC1 to PC5, the R packet will be generated, then R frame will be sent to switch. So switch immediately broadcasts that frame. So here all the PCs are comes under same VLAN. So it will broadcast to all the PCs. So let's see. Just go to PC1. I am trying to ping from PC5 IP. Okay, now our packet is generated, so the frame is sending towards the switch. So from the switch it check its MAC address table. The destination MAC address is they don't know, so they are broadcasting that frame. Except this receiving port FA0/1, it will be broadcasting to all other PC2, PC3, PC4 and PC5. So PC5 is replying to that R packet. It check that R packet, this is my IP address. Okay, so PC5 is replying to that R packet. Now PC5 sending the reply packet to switch. Switch also learn that MAC address. Then the packet will be coming towards the PC1. Now PC1 learn the MAC address. Next packet it will be generating the ICMP packet and sending unicastly communicating from PC1 to PC5. See? Okay. So why I am showing this one means after configuring the VLAN, then you can understand the what's the difference is. Okay, now it's working fine. Okay, so now I am getting the reply. Okay, so now I am going to configure the static VLAN. So here PC1, PC2 and PC3 I created as a VLAN 10 and all three PCs are mapped to VLAN 10. Then PC4 and PC5 I am creating VLAN 20 and I mapped these two PCs to VLAN 20. So let's show you how to configure the VLAN. So before configuration you have to give show VLAN. So you can see only default VLAN is there 1 and all the ports are mapped to VLAN 1. So that's why by default in Cisco switch 2960 model, how many broadcast domains are there? Only one broadcast domain. And 1002 to 1005 are reserved VLANs is used for FTDI and token ring. So in case if you are using layer 3 switch like 3650 model, means that it should support the extended VLAN range. So it starts from 1006 to 4094. That are the extended VLAN range. Okay, so now I am showing you how to configure the VLAN. So just go to the global mode. So here you have to give VLAN. So VLAN is a keyword, then you have to give the VLAN ID. So here I'm using 2960 switch. So I can use VLAN from 2 to 1001, any number I can give. So here I am giving VLAN 10. Okay, next one is an option field. So here if you want you can mention the name of the VLAN, otherwise you can leave it as it is. So in case if you are leave it as it is means it will take it as a VLAN XXX. So that XX indicates the VLAN number. So here I am giving as a name IT exit. Next I am creating VLAN 20. So again global mode VLAN, then VLAN ID 20. So here I am mentioning name as CSC exit. Okay, so now I am creating the two VLANs from this switch. Show VLAN, you can check here IT and CSC. Two VLANs are created and the VLANs are activated. Okay, now we are going to map that port to the VLAN. So first three ports, that is FA0 bar 1, FA0 bar 2 and FA0 bar 3. So these three ports are mapped to VLAN 10. So just going to the global mode again, and you have to select the three interface. So you have to give interface, then you have to mention the range. So whenever you are selecting more than one interface, you have to give a range command. Then fast Ethernet 0 bar 1 hyphen 3. So 1 2 3 I am selecting these three interface. Then afterwards you can configure this port as a access port. So why we are configuring this port as an access port means these ports are connecting towards the end device like PC, server, printer or whatever it is. So it should be an access port. So the syntax for configuring this port as an access port is switch port mode access. So this port will act as an access port. Then afterwards you can map this port to VLAN 10. So the syntax for mapping this port to VLAN 10 is switch port access VLAN 10. Now these three ports are mapped to VLAN 10 exit. So next one PC4 and PC5. So that port is FA0 bar 4 and 5. So again you have to select range FA0 bar 4 hyphen 5. Then again you have to convert this port into access port. These ports are connecting towards the end device. So you can make it as an access port. So switch port mode access. Then switch port access VLAN 20. So now these two ports are mapped to VLAN 20. So again the syntax is switch port access VLAN 20 exit. So now we configure the VLAN, then afterwards we mapping the port to the corresponding VLAN. We can check show VLAN. Here we can see VLAN 10, the ports are mapped to that VLAN 10 is FA0 bar 1, 2 and 3, and for VLAN 20 FA0 bar 4 and 5 are mapped to VLAN 20. Okay, so now from this configuration, how many broadcast domains are support here? So here three broadcast domain, VLAN 1, VLAN 10, VLAN 20. So totally three broadcast domain. Okay, and one more thing, in switch if you are configuring VLAN, that information is not stored in running config or startup config. It will be stored in VLAN database, that is VLAN.data. So from that file only the VLAN information will be saving from the flash memory. So if you want to see, just give show flash, enter. Here see VLAN.dat. So here only the VLAN creation, the VLAN configuration informations are saved. Okay. So now we configure the static VLAN. So why we are saying this is a static VLAN means we can configuring the VLAN based upon the port based we are configuring. So that's why we are saying static VLAN. So in dynamic VLAN we can use VMPS server. So based upon that MAC address we can allocate the VLAN. So that is not part of the CCNA syllabus. So as of now we can leave that topic. So this is a port based we are configuring the VLAN, and end devices not aware about the VLAN information. So everything the switch only understand. Okay, so now same scenario, and now again I am trying to bring from PC1 to PC5. So now the ping is working or not. Let's see. So just I am going to simulation mode. So now I am going to PC1. I am trying to ping from PC5 IP. So ping 192.168.1.5. So the packet is, the frame is generated. So its ICMP frame is going towards the switch. So from the switch it will be sending towards PC2 and PC3. It won't send to PC4 and PC5 because VLAN, sorry, PC1, PC2, PC3 are belongs to VLAN 10 and PC4 and PC5 belongs to VLAN 20. So these three PCs are different broadcast domain and these two PCs are different broadcast domain. So within the VLAN only the PC will be broadcasting the frames. So other VLAN it won't broadcast. So if you want to communicate from this PC1 to PC5, you have to use layer 3 device, either switch, layer 3 switch or router. Then only it will be communicating. So that's why before configuring the static VLAN, I will show you the difference. So before configuring VLAN, there should be only one broadcast domain. So that's why PC1 and PC5 is pinging, because all of them are comes under single broadcast domain. Then after creating the VLAN, so this should be a separate broadcast domain and these two PCs are different broadcast domain. That's why it won't communicating. Okay friends, so I hope you all like the video. So share your comments with me if you have any queries in the below comment section. So thank you friends, thank you for watching my video.